Well, good afternoon and welcome to my ongoing series on domestic terrorism here in Toronto. I haven't shot a video for a couple of weeks now because I've been working on a few projects obviously related to this particular assignment, and I just wanted to give some updates on exactly what was going on and what I'm doing, just so that the viewers have a pretty good idea of exactly what is happening. First thing is I was going to do a two-part series on Dave Vassy and just his whole death and all that. I'm still going to do that, but I'm going to do that a little bit later on because a couple of much more pressing issues have come up that I've been researching and I think are a bit of a higher priority right now. One of the things that I want to talk about quite a bit is the recent report by our Toronto Police Chief regarding the Danforth Avenue shooting, where he says it was not a terrorist attack. Well, I'm going to be able to prove to you conclusively that not only was it a terrorist attack, in fact it was, I'm also going to be able to prove to you the fact that it's being covered up. Now, in fairness to the chief, and I have a great deal of respect for him, I don't believe those are his words. I believe those are the words that he is being forced to use by much higher powers, and I'm going to try and prove that. Some of the other things that are being worked on right now, which hopefully will generate some interest as well, is like I said, the Danforth Avenue shooting, the van attack on Yonge Street a little bit before that, as well as one or two other small things that need to be sort of addressed and made much more clear. So don't fear about the fact that we have not had a video for a while. A lot of research is going into materials, and that's kind of it really for now. So stay tuned. Dave Vassy will come up, don't worry about that, and you're going to love some of what I dug up on him. I will give you a little bit of a hint on that, though. It was a bit of fun, and I make no apologies for that, of course. In that he was a domestic terrorist, and while his suicide, as are all suicides, are sad, because obviously something much deeper was going on in there. But when it comes to domestic terrorists, frankly, you're not going to get a lot of sympathy from me. The other thing that I wanted to talk about are the Antifa guys here, because they're as stupid as they are, and believe me, these people are not going to win any intellectual awards anytime soon. But some of the antics that these guys are doing and the progression to which they're doing it is of great concern, and it should be of concern, especially here in Toronto, where you've seen a significant escalation from almost zero contacts to against their so-called opponents to contacts where each other was literally beating each other up to a pulp. And this has been an ongoing progression, but we've had very little interference from our Toronto police force. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on as well. But having said that, if you notice what's been going on in Hamilton, same sort of thing. Hamilton's been escalating as well, but their police force over there isn't taking any crap. They are cuffing and stuffing those people left, right, and center. I'm happy to say that I played a small part in making sure that those people were cuffed and stuffed, and I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm certainly going to continue to do that over here in Toronto, and I intend to be in their faces. As most of you know me by now, is that I don't fear these people whatsoever. They're a bunch of little dirt scumbags, and that's how I'm going to treat them. So be prepared to get a couple stories about that as well. But I think the next really big one I want to break, and I'm going to want to talk about, is going to be the Danforth Avenue shooting, because there's some serious concerns over there, and this is going on in Toronto right now. It's being covered up right now. It's not going to stop anytime soon, and we need to make sure that the people are aware of it. So stay tuned, and just let me know. You can always let me know too if there's any specific questions you have that you want covered. As I put this on my YouTube channel, that's where you ask the questions. Don't be afraid to ask. If I can't answer it, I'll get you answers, but I'd love to know what you all have to say about that too. So for now, thanks, and stay tuned. This is going to be an interesting ride. Bye for now.